Hi everyone. So it's catch-up day for the week of Who Wins. I'm not just doing Tuesdays Who Would Win, or Mondays, or Sundays. No, I am doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays Who Would Win. I'm doing 4 Who Would Wins, and we'll probably even pre-record tomorrow's Who Would Win to close them out. So that's 5 videos in one day. Fortunately, a good couple of these are going to be pretty quick. So Natsu the Fire Prodigy asked me the question, who would win the fight, Natsu or Ace? Natsu from Fairy Tail or Ace from One Piece? Now, truth be told, if you want my real answer to this, I'll still give a little bit of a scenario of how the fight would go down and all that. But if you really want my answer to this, just go to my Death Val prediction of the same video, and you'll get my overall answer. And my answer was correct for that. And for the reason we're being is this, is that Ace ate the Logia fruit, Logia being an elemental fruit, of the Flare fruit, which basically gave him the ability to turn his body into flames, create flames, things along those lines. He's got numerous abilities that go with that. It's not truly instinctual in his case. I think he can kind of do it on command, but not quite in the same vein as someone like Crocodile or, the one with the magma fruit, or the mag fruit. Basically, so it's not truly reflexive in his part. Also, his fire can be, weaknesses, things like liquids or waters. That's why the magma is actually strong, because magma is is actually a liquid form as opposed to the fire, which is just, flames and plasma, theoretically speaking. But he's got numerous abilities with it. He's quite durable and strong in his own right. Natsu is also quite durable and strong in his own right. But as a dragon slayer, and technically as a demon, I believe, I can't remember the exact origin of Natsu. I didn't really get into Fairy Tail that much, or One Piece for that matter. Honestly, I should probably try reading those mangas. I actually hear they're not bad. One Piece is still going on. I think Fairy Tail's still going on too, though I think Fairy Tail's like in its last arc. I think. And he's being a fire dragon slayer. He can do fire magic, fire dragon magic, and he can absorb fire. He eats fire, literally. He can't eat his own fire. He also gets seasick. Ace can't swim. He would sink like a rock in the water. So any place that takes place on water, actually, Ace would have the advantage if they're on a boat, because Natsu gets motion sickness. So if somehow the fight led to a boat, Natsu would actually have the disadvantage there. That said, though, he would still be able to eat enough his Ace's fire, so that wouldn't be an issue. So if a fight between these guys, and there's plenty of other abilities, but those are the real main ones you got to go over. And if you really have to, I really have to just break down this fight. If these guys came to blows, Natsu would hold the overall edge. Natsu, I don't think, is fireproof per se, but he has at least fire resistance, just given the nature of his Dragon Slayer magic. And he eats fire. He can continually eat fire. So if he eats the fire, uses the fire, he can continue. It's a never-ending cycle of eating fire. Which means that Ace wouldn't be able to really use his fire form in close range combat to Natsu, because he would basically he'd be able to eat Natsu. He'd be able to eat Ace. Now in a straight hand-to-hand fight, I would actually give the advantage to Ace, because don't get me wrong, Natsu's great, but Natsu's more of a brawler than anything else. From the little bit I have watched a little bit of Fairy Tail, so it's not like I'm complete. And I have watched a little bit and read a little bit of One Piece, so I'm not completely blind to these characters' abilities or ignorant to these characters' abilities. I'd actually give the hand-to-hand combat advantage to Ace, because he's trained under Whitebeard's crew, who was among the most dangerous pirates on the Seven Seas, on the Grand Line as it's called. And Whitebeard was arguably one of the strongest individuals in the world. So he's trained with that crew for a long time, plus at a young age with Luffy and I think what was it, Shanks. So at least a little bit with Shanks, I think. So yeah, if it came to just straight blow to blow, I actually would give the advantage to Ace in that regard. I think Ace holds the advantage in hand-to-hand combat. Problem is, this fight isn't going to just be a straight ball. There's going to be fire and magic and all that. And when you go into that fray, Natsu holds the overall edge. Natsu would win, because there's nothing that Ace can throw at Natsu that Natsu can't eat and throw back at Ace. And eventually Ace would tire out. Ace would tire out with using his fire to a degree. Natsu, being, I believe, like a demon dragon, whatever, has, I think, the better stamina, because he's not entirely human. Also, he can just consume and replenish his magic supply. And while Ace is technically now made of fire, he casts the switch back and forth to agree, and he would eventually tire out. Yeah, so I go with Ace in the fight. I go with Natsu in the fight. Now, I'll give a 5% chance that Ace could theoretically outsmart Natsu. I think Ace is also the smarter. Though Natsu's actually not, despite how he's portrayed, he's actually not dumb. He's more simplistic than anything else. Though he can think of a strategy if he has to. Ace, I think, is also the smarter individual. So theoretically, if Ace could lure him onto a boat and use that to his advantage, he could theoretically outsmart Natsu and just beat the living crap out of him with just his fists alone. Maybe put a little fire in those fists too to enhance them, but that's about it. So in a 5% scenario where he can get him on a place with motion, get motion sickness going, Ace actually think could take a win. But if you're going to ask me who the majority is, I think Natsu takes it 95% of the time. And that's what I said basically in my death battle prediction. More or less. Natsu holds a overwhelming advantage over Ace. It was a good fight though when they did that fight. That was a cool fight. That and the crap. It was Zoro from One Piece versus the other fairy tale chick. And wouldn't you know it, that the One Piece, I just realized One Piece and Fairy Tail are now 1-1 with their respective fights because they've had 2 verses with each other. Oh crap! What is it? Scarlet? Was her name Scarlet? I can't remember. You know what? I've actually got my. Give me 1 second. I can actually check because I did the death battle prediction for that. Hold on. Death battle. What was the name of that chick's name? Again, I don't watch or read Fairy Tail, so I don't immediately know all the characters' names. I know Natsu. Natsu and crap. Yeah, Natsu's the only one I can actually remember. Can't even remember the main chick's name. Who was it? It was Erza Scarlet. I knew Scarlet was in the name. So yeah, they've both had 2 fights so far. So yeah. And they're 1-1. So we'll see what the next One Piece Fairy Tail death battle is going to be to even it out to see who's got the majority wins. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. Ideas of who would win, Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if anything you do in the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. And I'll be back with more who would wins. So that's basically it. Yeah. I'm just thinking. Oh, death battle prediction tomorrow will also be up because we got the Raven versus Starlight. Was it? Yeah, Raven versus Twilight Sparkle. So yeah, get ready for that one. Pony. So far, the ponies are 1-0 because the Pinkie Pie versus Deadpool one was kind of a joke fight. But we'll see how this happens. I've given my prediction on that fight, so you can check out my prediction video. And I don't know, maybe a Magic or something video later in the week. I'm kind of sparse on the Magic videos right now, even though there is some stuff to talk about. Mostly just because of schedules and stuff like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy now. See you. Oh, and this week will be Red Sparrow's going to be the one this week. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.